Car Loan Mod Pro is a professional car loan modification software solution. This is how the user interface looks after you have installed the software on your computer. As you can see, I have already entered some loans into Car Loan Mod Pro. When you insert someone's profile into this software, it's very easy. You would just click Insert, and you can add unlimited amount of car loans in the software to start the loan modification process on the car loan. This software works for modifying car loans, truck loans, SUV loans, motorhomes, boats, and more. After you click Add a Loan Profile, you can go through, add the client information, such as their name, social, contact phone, fax, email, address. The client profile form section has the income information, if they make any other additional income, what lender they have the car loan with, and more. The car profile section, you would enter the make of the car, the model, the year number, the VIN number, the mileage, and the condition. You can also enter a co-borrower if there's a co-borrower or a co-signer, and the software will automatically total up both borrowers' incomes. And if you just have one borrower or one client, it just automatically adds up their income with any additional income that they have that you entered in the software. You can also add notes here, such as application was taken today. Today we have to submit the documentation, so this allows you to stay organized. Once you have entered the client, it shows up here, ready for you to look and scroll through. You can sort by client number, the client name, or by the date that you entered the client. At the bottom, it shows the information that you have entered for the client, such as his name, social security number, and other information. The car profile is here on the side. It shows the car, the year, the VIN number, the mileage, and the condition. It also totals up the income for you on the lower right-hand side. This is a great way to have a quick snapshot of your client when you're processing their file or when you're doing the car loan modification steps. These are the different tabs of the software where you can enter their assets, their household expenses, household income. On the household expenses is one of the important forms that you need to have when doing the car loan modification, and the software will automatically create for you an expense form like this, which you can print out or you can save in the software. This is very important because the lender wants to see all the expenses in a certain format, and what it does is it totals the household expenses. It lists exactly what household expense they have, and obviously if you have more expenses, it'll add more in here. You can add as many as you want and export as many of these forms as you want. In the household income section, you would enter in the income, and again, this is another important form that the software automatically generates for you. As you can see here, once you click print income, the form automatically generates for you, which has the income, and it breaks down all the income, and of course if you have more income in here, it'll be a longer form. It shows the disposable income calculation, which is very important when doing a car loan modification. It automatically creates how much disposable income they have at the end of all their expenses. This is a very important form, and this is one of the essential forms to getting the car loan modification done. And this form can be exported from the software right after you enter the information. So the software automatically creates the forms you need for the car loan modification. The next tab is the Loans and Debts tab. In this tab, I would be able to enter the auto loan debt and the minimum payments, and whether my client is late or not, how many months, and the interest rate of the auto loan. I can also edit and input auto or credit card loans in here, student loans and other debt if you want to factor in some of the calculations. The calculations section has the different loan programs available after you modify the loan. It'll show you different loan programs and different interest rates that your client may be able to get their loan modified. So it'll show you a 5-year fixed option, a 10-year fixed option, and an interest-only rate option at different interest rates. And you can also adjust the interest rates and the debt-to-income ratios, and it'll automatically calculate everything for you. This is a great tool and feature to have if you're going to do car loan modifications as a business or as a service, so you can see some of the calculations based on the client's income and expenses. It also does the debt to income ratios for you, the front end and the back end, the target debt to income ratios and the total debt to income ratios, so the gross to the net. It's a very useful feature. Um, the other section is the notes section. In this section, basically, you can add notes for each step of the process, allowing you to keep track of everything in the process. For example, I put here borrower application was taken today. I could put request W-2s or anything else I need to do. Request bank statements. Anything else I need to request, I can enter it in here and keep track of the whole process. This is a great way to stay organized and stay on top of your client's car loan modification. The document storage section is incredibly useful. You can actually load any documents relating to the client or any documents into the software and keep them in track in the software and load it in the software. Anything anywhere from W-2s to pay stubs to your client's loan documents to their car loan modification sheet, call logs, anything. You can load anything in the software and keep track for each client separately. This allows you to go paperless with your clients and stay more organized. Once you load any documents in the software, it'll save it for you. For example, you can just go on your computer and just load it in the software, and it saves it here, and you can see, you can name it. For example, I put here the financials and the W-2s of my client in the software, and I can even, once I have a full package here, I can actually email this entire package, all the documents I loaded, all the documents and files I loaded in this section. I can actually email that directly from the software to the lender. So this is very useful. I can email it to the lender, or I can email it to my processor or someone else that might be helping me with my file. This is incredibly useful because once you have a full package in the software, you can actually load it and email it directly from the software, and the software will attach it to the outgoing email. It's a very useful feature. Another feature that you might consider is very useful is the print loan feature, which you can actually print the loan, and it'll actually show the different debt to income ratios, and it'll show at what payment and at what debt to income the car payment is going to be. This is another useful tool for professionals, or for those that want to get into doing the car loan modification as a service. It'll have all the proposals here, the proposal sheet with the interest-only option, 5-year fixed, and the 10-year fixed. Also does some of the very important calculations. It's very useful to have this form. The other form is the contact form, client profile form, which has all the information of the client, including their name, social, payment histories, such as their current payment, their lender, their balance, whether they're late, and some notes that you can enter, and they can sign at the bottom. You can print this out and give it to your client. It's a very important form, one of the forms you need when doing the car loan modification. You can even import your own contracts or forms in the software and have the software automatically fill them out. So, for example, if you had a fee agreement, you can load it in the software, and the software will fill out the fee agreement with your client's information, their name and their address and everything. Very useful feature. The other useful feature is the letter feature, where you can actually write a hardship letter directly from the software. This will save you a lot of time. You can actually type in a letter directly from the software, and it'll actually give you suggestions on what kind of hardship to write. So this will actually save you a lot of time in the process. As you can see, it's a very professional, useful software. Great for if you're going to do car loan modifications as a service, if you want to get into car loan modifications to do as a service, or if you're already doing it and you want to start a business. It's also great if you want to do it on your own, because we have training videos that show you how to use it. It's very easy software to use, very professional. It prepares all the forms you need, and it does a lot more. If you have any questions, please feel free to call us or email us anytime. Thank you, and look forward to you using this software and taking your business and your car loan modification to the next level.